We are live.
Welcome back. Hey, thanks everyone in Jordan. Let's see everyone in Hollywood. Yay! How was the screening?
Great, right? What? Oh, it was great. It was great.
And you guys just finished. Was it just a minute ago?
Yeah.
Because that's what I thought. That's what our time was here. Okay, great. So glad you guys are here. Thanks for joining us. And we have with us from many different locations, many of the filmmakers of the films you just saw. And I'm going to go through everybody and just have them introduce themselves and tell us what film they're associated with. But first, I want to make sure that I let people know that you can send in questions or comments, and we really want to encourage that. You can do so at your favorite social media platform right down here, G+, Facebook, YouTube, or Twitter. And just make sure you hashtag in the question or comment UGPFF14. Hashtag UGPFF14. Get your comment or your question. So let's, while those questions are coming in, and I'd love to see if anyone in the audience in Hollywood have some questions as well. So we'll make sure we, ask people there. But let's start introducing our filmmakers. First, we have Christian Lee. Hi, Christian.
Hey, everyone. Hi.
Tell us what your position is and what film or project you work on.
Well, I'm one of the co-founders of Banana Manna Films. Jason's also in this hangout. He and I started with a short film on a 16mm camera, so we kind of made the cross from the expensive journey of shooting something on film to the digital age that we're in now. Perfect Girl series, which you just viewed, everyone, is our second web series, and it's just been a great opportunity to sort of self-fund and get something out where we had complete creative control. And that's primarily, our journey is to do sort of long-form narrative in Asia in English, which is kind of a rarity. But since we have the world as a distribution channel, we figured we have to. I'm originally from California. Jason's originally from Australia. I'll let him introduce himself, but we're sort of based here just because we both love living here, but the opportunity is really good, and that's kind of our mission, is just to keep creating from here to the world.
And where is here?
I'm so sorry. Singapore. Singapore. And it's not in China, so for those of you from Malaysia, it's just on the peninsula of south of Malaysia.
Fantastic. So Jason, yes, welcome. Tell us your participation in this project.
Hi. So, well, Christian and I work very closely together, and we write, direct, and often act in our own projects simply because of budget, and it's two less people to call on every morning. So yeah, Perfect Girl is our second series. It's 10 episodes long. It's a neat little love story, and it came after our first series, which we did, which had 65 episodes. And that got picked up last year by a TV station, which was really nice. But having had to deal with the TV station, it was so refreshing to be able to do something where we had complete control, which was Perfect Girl.
That's great. Hey, can you tell us a little bit about what's happening behind you?
Oh, here?
Yes.
Oh, that's just whiteboard paint on 3 walls, and that's where we do all our thinking.
It's fantastic. It's great. That's exactly what I thought it was.
Yeah.
Great. And we also have Jordan. He's here with his live audience in Hollywood, Florida. And Jordan, introduce yourself to everybody else out here, and what your participation is with the film.
Hi, I'm Jordan. I am a writer, director, editor of Itsy Bitsy Spider. And editor. Sound, yeah. I'm 18. This is one of my first short films, and it's I don't know.
That's great.
Yeah, that's basically it.
We'll start with that.
Yeah.
And Rob, are you with us? We think Rob is with us. He's having a little bit of technical difficulty. Let's move to Sean while we're waiting for Rob. So tell us who you are, Sean.
Hi, my name is Sean. Sean Asghar. I'm a writer-director. My film is called Naka, Keeper of Worlds. It's my second short. And yeah, that's me.
Great. I'm so glad you guys are here. And Sean, his first short actually won the best of our film festival a couple of years ago. So it was the best of the festival, and it was amazing. Yes, congratulations.
Thank you.
So there are some questions coming in, but I want to see if there's any questions in your audience, Jordan, at the JCC there. Does anybody have some questions?
What are the budgets for all these films?
He wants to know what are the budgets for, like the average budget for the films?
That's a good question. I think you guys can try to answer that, but I also would like for you to I know because filmmakers don't like to answer that question, but let me just encourage you to maybe answer where does a lot of your funding come from, which might be a more appropriate type of question. But you can answer any way you want, any of you guys.
Mine is actually my films are financed by me. The short films project I basically do myself, and then I pitch to the studios. So in terms of making these films, it's on my dime, and it's done as cost-effective as I can.
I'll just quickly add in for us, it's the same thing. We self-finance. I mean, and it's a lot of sweat equity. Just like Jordan, you got to pick up a camera. You pick up a camera. You got to hold the boom. You do anything and everything to minimize costs, to utilize all the resources you have, and that's how you get something done ultimately.
Yes, agreed. Well said.
Yes. And Jordan, how did you pay for yours? Was that out of your pocket?
Yeah, there was really no budget actually on mine, so.
We know how it is.
We all know how it is. Yes. Is there any other questions in that audience?
Anyone else?
That actually was one of the questions that we had gotten. Yes, the person in the striped shirt.
That's my brother.
I can see you.
Your brother worked on the project or that film with you, didn't he?
My brother was one of the people that was laying down. He was one of the dead people.
Nice.
Very nice extra work. Yes. Good job. Yeah, it was very creepy. That whole movie was super.
I have a question for Sean actually.
Okay, great.
Who did your like special effects and the CG work?
I did.
Really?
I did.
Wow.
Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, I actually have a background in CG visual effects. I've worked on Transformers, a couple of big films, Scott Pilgrim, a few others, and then I decided to do this film on my own.
Oh wow, cool.
Yeah, your effects were amazing.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Definitely. So, Jason and Kristen, what have you? I guess the question is, have you done other types of web series? I think is kind of what they're asking. Is this your first web series, and how can we see more of this show?
They can see the entire web series at perfectgirlseries.com, and this was actually our second web series. So our first web series, believe it or not, was actually commissioned by an online channel in Singapore, and then after that they packaged it together and sold it to the broadcast network as a 13-part half-hour series. So this is our second, and it's quite a bit shorter than the first one. The first one was about 65 episodes in total, which was really tough for us. But this second one is just 10 episodes, and it's all up on a website for free now, so you can watch it at perfectgirlseries.com.
Fantastic. And Jordan, here's a question for you that since you are 18 years old, what was the most important lesson that you've learned from this film that you've done?
The most important lesson I've learned from this film is actually probably just getting it done. I had nothing really pushing me to finish it, other than maybe my dad. Actually, when we were filming it, it started to rain when we were filming outside, so we stopped filming for that night. And we were going home. We were filming in North Carolina. We don't live there. We were going home the next day, and my dad actually woke me up at like 3 in the morning to finish the last couple of shots and dragged me out of bed. And I would say the most important thing I've learned is just getting it done no matter what, and everything else just has to happen. That's basically.
And that your dad is a great first AD.
Huh? Yeah.
That your dad is a great AD.
Yeah.
Exactly. Okay, so I have one other question that I think is a really good question. I think this is probably for everyone, but if there was one thing you think would make the current film industry better, what would it be? Let me ask you first, Sean.
Me?
What do you think? If there was one thing or many things that could make the film industry better, besides there being more paid work, what would it be?
I think diversity would make the film industry better. Diversity in the films that are being made. I think there's a lot of new products coming out. It seems to be, right now, at least in Hollywood, it's trending that, making films that are safe is the better option versus taking a lot of risks on a lot of the great films that we've seen in the past. So Star Wars was a risk. People were taking those risks, and that's why we had Star Wars. We had E.T., we had everything. And now I think it's very safe. It's a lot more comic book based or superhero based, safe titles, and I think that's hurting the industry.
Yeah, I kind of agree. What do you guys think, Kristen or Jason?
Well, I'll just quickly go. I'm pretty much, for me personally, I'm very, very tired of kind of the Hollywood formula, and it just seems like it stifles and kind of kills the creative flow that can come out with a lot of indie projects. And so, there's a lot of different avenues, especially with TV and going straight to online. But it would be great to see if the industry could encourage more independent creation and just, even in Singapore, we feel the might of Hollywood. To get a release here, and you can't compete because ultimately it boils down to the marketing and distribution, and Hollywood just has so much money in their marketing. Like, it's like the budgets are like as much as a production, and you just can't. Who's going to go? What cinema chain is going to put an indie into their? They ultimately have to get people's butts in the seats, and so they're going to go with someone who's going to have the marketing spend, and that's a little frustrating.
Is it difficult to shoot in Singapore?
No, in terms of regulations and whatnot, it's not. It's not.
Oh, that's good. So you can kind of run and gun it there.
You can actually. That is an advantage to, let's say, the United States. We can run and gun. We don't have to start signing all the extras to get waivers. We primarily, I don't know if it's completely legal, some of the things we run and gun, but we go for it, and it just gives us that freedom. Yeah.
That's great. And Sean, you've done most of your stuff in Trinidad, or where was this film shot?
This was shot in Trinidad.
Okay.
And I do it for the same reasons. I have a lot less red tape to go around. I have a lot more willing people, a lot cheaper permits. I wouldn't say it's free or completely, but it is definitely a lot easier and simpler to shoot there.
That's great.
And production value, it's great too. So
And that goes a long ways.
does.
Very long ways. Just like Jordan shooting in the Appalachian Mountains up here.
Yeah.
But we were talking to him the other night that his area where he lives in Florida is also very cinematic. You just forget that your own backyard is.
Most times you can't see it because it's your own backyard. It's interesting.
Exactly. So Jordan, what's your next project? Tell us what you're going to be working on next. Gotta always be prepared.
You stumped him.
Feature film. Or more short films, everything.
Do you like the horror genre, or do you?
I like it, but I'm trying to step away from it, getting a little more not so horrific, because my last 2 films have been like that. Yeah, I'm more looking for like.
You're looking for a good script.
I'm looking for a good script, yeah.
Great. So you're not a writer. I thought you were a writer.
Sort of, not so much.
Okay, so you need a good script.
I want to be a director, so yeah.
Okay, well, anyone out there that's a writer, send Jordan your script.
Yes, please.
He's looking for a good script. And how can we follow you, Jordan? Do you have a way for us to follow you on G+ or on Facebook, or do you have a website that people can go to?
I have my website, jordanstauber.com. That's my main spot. You can just send me an email on that, or you can follow me on Google+ or my YouTube channel, World Captured, or my personal YouTube channel.
What is your YouTube channel again? Say it again a little slower.
World Captured. It's World, one word, captured with a D at the end. That's like my production company. And yeah.
Okay, great.
Search me on Google, it'll come up.
Okay, awesome. How about you, Christian and Jason? How do we follow Perfect Girl or see more?
You can come to the website, perfectgirlseries.com. We also have a website for Banana Mana Films. That's our company. So you can follow us there, or and lots of social media there too.
Okay, so we could, but you're also on G+, right? Google+?
Yes,
okay.
at Banana Mana Films. Yeah.
Okay, terrific. And Sean, how do we stalk you?
Stalk me. I mean, I'm on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, at SeanAsky.com.
Okay, great. And then you have, and that's where your films are, or we can kind of see more of your work?
If you go to www.seanasky.com, you'll see all my work. I've done some pretty cool music videos, and you should check it out. I'm planning to do some more VFX work pretty soon, so you will start seeing a lot of the new films, ideas, and concepts that I'm planning in the future. So you will see it slowly released on all of the above.
Terrific. Well, we really want to thank all of you guys for being here, and we appreciate your participation in the festival, and of course being part of the Q&A. It's great, and it's definitely great getting to know you guys, and I'm super hope to see more of all of your content. I'm looking forward more, Jordan. You're just in the beginning of your career, so it's very exciting. It'll be exciting to see what you do next. So. And the rest of you, thanks out there in Hollywood.
Thank you, guys.
It was awesome to have you here. And Adam, do you want to say goodbye?
Yeah. So thanks again, everybody. You guys have already covered all the thanks. So keep enjoying films. We're out there. We love showing films to audiences, so let's just keep doing it.
And we love making film.
And we love making film. So with no further ado, tomorrow we got a live event in Valencia, Spain, and it'll be their prime time. It'll be 1 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. So come join us there, and otherwise you can see all the films from the festival at UGPFF14. So thanks again, and we'll see you all tomorrow.
Thanks, everyone.
See you guys.
See ya.